Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today, we are taking a look at the last Deluxe from the Transformers Siege line. Oh god, I always get emotional when I do these. It's Crosshairs. He is a obvious repaint with a new head of Siege Ironhide. I actually got this figure from my buddy Ryan, who's the owner of Sabertron.com off of eBay. So check out the Sabertron eBay store. And yeah, I'm got to get my new phone, so we're back to the old way of filming and stuff like that. I am happy that it's here. So yeah, I mean, really not much to say without bringing in Ironhide. We are starting off in vehicle mode, and let me go ahead and get these guns out of the way. They are the same weapon, just painted differently. Obviously, Crosshairs has the red and black motif, while Ironhide has that gunmetal and red at the tip, but, you know, they transform the same, through the hammer. I mean, I like it, but, as we all know from having this mold, very hard to hold it in robot mode. But looking over the vehicles, really the differences have to do with the paint. Red, blue, and black for Crosshairs, red, gray with some silver and gold for Ironhide. Different placement of the Autobot symbols, but the front details are the same. The wheels are the same. I thought they were the same. For a minute there, I thought I saw something different. Now, here's something interesting on the side. Let me see. Oh, I'll do it like this. Yes, here we go. It's the same silver detailing, but if you notice, there's molded details here on Ironhide that they've put stickers over, which kind of lets me think that, and it's the same on both sides, that they had this repaint in mind for a while, and they put molded stuff in on Ironhide that they were going to use on Crosshairs. Like, if you notice, this whole side panel, it's the same panel, but different sections are picked out with the paint. So that's about it for vehicle mode. So we'll just pause and go from this to this. And as you can see, again, the only difference is the new head. So let's take a look at that. This, I think, is based on the animation design. One thing I do want to mention that is a little bit of a downer is the neck panel here that connects the head to the body does not peg in as well as it does with Ironhide. It really doesn't peg in at all, but the joint is tight enough that it doesn't flop around. Also, two things I'm sure you guys are wondering. Yes, the chest panel was transformed incorrectly in the box, and yes, I did do the flap test with Crosshairs, and the panels, those side leg panels, are much tighter than they were on Ironhide. But other than that, again, whatever new detailing really in those legs with that stickers, actually it's hard to tell if the battle damage, the greebling is not greebling, but the battle damage is the same pattern, but probably is. Just seems to be a little fainter just because those are black feet with a gray wash. But other than that, if you like the Ironhide mold, you're going to like Crosshairs. If you didn't like Ironhide for whatever reason, and there were the panels popping off for a big reason, this is probably, in my opinion, the worst Deluxe in the Siege line, then you're not going to like him. But that's really just about it. So we will pause, and I will come back with my final thoughts. Crosshairs is a good figure. I think it's better than Ironhide because the panels don't pop off, and Everything in terms of joints are just as tight on Ironhide. I'm sorry, on Crosshairs as they were on Ironhide and Ratchet. But I would have liked to have seen a little more of the retooling that went into Ratchet going into Crosshairs, who, if you remember from the G1, had more of a Cybertronian dune buggy mode. This is more of a Cybertronian truck mode. I also would have liked to have seen included for the price its Target Master partner instead of a repaint of this rocket launcher hammer, which outside of the hammer mode, which I have here, is hard to hold in robot mode. Well, not hard, but you lose the use of the elbow joint unless you pig it in cockamamie or do some funny stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to just be able to put the blaster in and point the arm. But with that said, I do recommend it. Now, I got this figure off eBay to make sure I had it in time to review for you, but last I checked, it is available on Amazon, and they were having a little bit of a discount applied. So you can get this at a very reasonable price. And with the money you save, you can, of course, donate to my Patreon. Yes, I did open a Patreon, for those of you who were unaware. There will be a link in the description, but it is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. And at the end of the video, there will be a little card in the corner. Things have calmed down a bit with the whole COPA stuff, since a lot of it isn't going to go in effect until closer to the beginning of the new year. But again, I have to plan for the future, and really, your help by donating just $1 a month helps sustain this channel. This is your old pal Chuck for Crosshairs and Ironhide. We will see you next time.